Hey everybody, Chris St. John here, Senior Architect in Dev. Today we'll be looking at a walkthrough of the SQL database schema ChatGPT outputted for us last time. Then we'll convert to Markdown, HTML, YAML, and JSON. AI Dev Tips is a new tutorial series increasing developer productivity by using ChatGPT and other AI tooling techniques. Don't miss out. Share this, hit like, and hit that subscribe button. Coming up, we're going to have a walkthrough of the schema. We're going to do that by putting a prompt into ChatGPT, getting some interesting output from there. And then we're going to do several different format conversions in Markdown, HTML, JSON, and YAML. And then we'll look at a few more tips to improve this type of formatting. This is brought to you by
Instantiate.io. AI tools to brainstorm, organize, and advance a successful startup. Go to Instantiate.io. Over 50 AI tools to help develop your business plan. Track your progress. No coding required, just put in your ideas. Organize, save, advance AI results into your startup plans. Sign up is free, easy, and fast. Go check it out.
Why do we want ChatGPT to walk through a database schema? Well, it gives us a simplified explanation and overview. We can interactively ask questions, and it gives us some context as to the tables, relationships, and fields. We have our schema from the last video. We're going to copy and paste that into the input, and then we're going to ask for the proper technical names of each part of the schema and any helpful explanations. We're going to get a detailed look at each table, the primary keys, the types, and an explanation of what the field is for. This lists both primary keys and foreign keys too. Let's convert our schema to Markdown for documentation. We can use Markdown in a README in GitHub or even many other documentation tools. Let's just put in the prompt that we need documentation and a separate Markdown table for each table listed. Then copy paste the schema into the prompt. ChatGPT gives us back the tables separated as we asked for. And even though you don't actually see the Markdown syntax here, you can just copy paste this and it will be Markdown. I've copied this out of ChatGPT, pasted it into my Visual Studio Code editor, and we do see the Markdown syntax as well as the rendered Markdown in the editor. Next, we're going to put into the input, please convert the same schema to HTML so we can use it in an HTML document. Conversion to HTML might be useful if we're not using Markdown, we can't use it for some reason, or it can also be helpful if you're posting it into a React app. We see here that we get a typical table format in HTML that we can use anywhere, many different documentation tools or apps. As I was going through this, I noticed an error. ChatGPT on some of the later tables decided to just not put the content. Sometimes that happens when ChatGPT thinks that there is too much for it to complete the task. So I put in a new prompt saying, please do every single line. Do not truncate this for brevity. I need every line. And now it has given me every line that I needed, and it has not truncated anything, and everything's looking good. You can see here that I have copied this over to my Visual Studio Code IDE, and I can render the HTML in the IDE. Let's try converting now to JSON. We can use JSON for a React app. We can use it for working with other apps and APIs. Can you please export the same schema as JSON every single line? Do not truncate it so that I can map through it and have a React component render it. ChatGPT gives a pretty predictable JSON pattern here with table name, columns, column name, data type. How about trying to convert the schema to YAML? This might be useful for a DevOps script, some type of CI/CD pipeline we're working with. Once again, we can just throw that in the prompt, and we get back the YAML document as expected. Let's wrap this up by looking at some other tips and improvements. Just make sure your prompt input is shorter by dividing it into chunks, like we divided it into the individual tables. Explicitly tell the AI not to truncate the output if that's what you want. And also, just about any type of document type can be converted. That's it for this video. Hope that helped a little bit, and make sure to check out the next video, which is going to be on queries that we're going to do. We can take some very simple ones to start, but then we'll get a lot more advanced, and you're going to find it quite interesting.